Survival items come in many various categories. Today I'm combining those most commonly searched for categories into one ultimate list. Here are the top 10 items you need to survive almost anything and in no particular order. This is the Urban Sentinel. Let's get into it. 10. Water. Nothing could be more fundamental to your survival than water. As a prepper, you should always have a ready supply of drinking water available. Experts recommend that you stockpile at least 1 gallon per person per day. A case of 40, 16-ounce bottles is just over 5 gallons. Store water in your home in sturdy containers. Don't stack them too high or put too much weight on a shelf. If possible, invest in water storage barrels or bricks. They can hold from 10 to 55 gallons and are fantastic for long-term storage. 9. Rope. From hanging up your dried meat to securing your shelter or building a tripod for an emergency shelter or signal fire, rope is a versatile tool. The best rope for prepping is something that will last a long time and is resistant to rot and mildew. Most experts agree that paracord is your best option. It has a tensile strength of 500 pounds and won't deteriorate if stored properly. Try to get the solid core type as it lasts longer than the hollow woven core version, and always inspect your cordage regularly. Even though it's strong, it can degrade over time and become more limp. 8. First aid supplies. Injuries happen all the time. Cuts, scrapes, burns, broken bones. Being able to treat these injuries properly can mean the difference between life and death. You may be fortunate enough to have received some medical training. If not, there are plenty of online resources and courses to help you learn basic first aid. If a major disaster strikes, hospitals will quickly be overwhelmed and unable to treat everyone in need. Having a good first aid kit and knowing how to use it can save a life. So start learning and stockpiling. Your future self will thank you. 7. Extra food. Having extra food around is great for when you're hungry and don't feel like cooking or when you want to share a meal with guests. But it's even more important for prepping. Stockpiling food means you will have something to eat if there is a natural disaster, power outage, or other emergency. When buying food for your stockpile, make sure you choose foods that are nutrient-dense and shelf-stable. Canned goods. Dried foods are all good choices. Frozen and microwave-ready require power to maintain freshness or proper cooking. Rotation is key to ensure you're always eating the oldest food first. 6. A means of self-defense. Bad things can happen anywhere, even in a peaceful neighborhood. It's always wise to be prepared to defend yourself and your loved ones. Having a reliable means of self-defense can help you deter an attack before it happens or stop it swiftly if it does. What qualifies as a means of self-defense? It can be as simple as pepper spray or as complex as a firearm. It can also be as non-violent as a personal alarm, a blinding strobe light, or even loud whistle. Whatever you choose, make sure you know how to use it properly. 5. Multi-tool. There are several multi-tools available on the market, but most of them contain the same general tools such as pliers, a knife, a saw, and a screwdriver. However, it's what else they come with that makes them so valuable. For example, a multi-tool may also have a fire starter, a bottle opener, a ruler, a compass, and a light. Imagine all the things you can do with that. Some can be relatively inexpensive, compact, and lightweight, making them easy to keep in your bug-out bag, car, or toolbox. 4. Shelter. Adequate shelter is crucial to your survival. If you live in an area where temperatures can reach below freezing or above 100 degrees, you'll need a way to regulate your body temperature. Tents and tarps can be used to modify your living space when needed. Depending on your location, the type of shelter you need may vary, but having some sort of protection over your head can mean the difference between life and death. 3. Fire starter. Knowing how to start a fire is critical to your survival. A fire can provide warmth, light, a way to cook food, and purify water. There are several ways to start a fire without modern conveniences such as a lighter or matches. Flint and steel, bow drill, bamboo, and fire saw are some examples. However, in a true emergency, you might not have the time or resources to start a fire the old-fashioned way. In these situations, a fire starter can be invaluable. Most fire starters are simple and cost-effective. However, if you are low on funds, you can improvise by using materials found around the house. Cotton balls and dryer lint soaked in petroleum jelly are two cheap options. 2. Flashlight. Having a flashlight on hand is essential during a power outage or other disaster. Being able to see in the dark can help you find your way around and spot potential dangers. A flashlight is also useful for signaling for help. If you find yourself outside after dark, make sure you have a flashlight with you. If you already own a flashlight, make sure the batteries are fresh. And if you don't, now is the time to buy one. Some people prefer to have a backup flashlights in case their primary flashlight fails. 1. Duct tape. Duct tape is one of the most popular prepping items for a reason. It's cheap, versatile, and can be used to temporarily fix almost anything. It can be used to seal a broken water pipe. Duct tape is also useful for patching up clothing they may have been torn. It can help insulate your home during the winter months and prevent drafts. Duct tape is also great for sealing boxes and keeping moisture out. If you only have room for 10 survival items, make sure duct tape is one of them. There are many different types of survival kits you can build depending on your needs and budget. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and the most important thing is to have something. Even if you can only afford one item at a time from this list, it's better than nothing. So start small and work your way up. Be safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next one.